Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's time for your Real Housewives report. But before we get into that, you need to make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notifications for me so when I do post, you get notifications straight to your phone. Comment and join the conversation and let me know what you think about this video and today's topics that we're going to be talking about. We've got a few things to discuss in today's Real Housewives report. I'm going to try to make it brief. But first of all, I want to say there is 3 Housewives shows airing right now. We've got Miami airing, we've got OC airing, and we've got Salt Lake City airing. I don't think anything else is. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But as far as news and drama and scandals go, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City takes the cake. There's been so much going on in news this season and lately when it comes to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and the cast members that are on that show. I mean, from Jen Shah's arrest to Mary Cosby's cult allegations, and now we have the scandal with Jennie Nguyen. Jennie, I was rooting for you, girl. Yeah, if you remember, Jennie is the new housewife this season. She wasn't on the first season, but she joined this season, and she was one of the very few Asian housewives. We don't see many Asian housewives on the franchise, except for Crystal over in Beverly Hills, and then we seen Dr. Tiffany Moon down in Dallas, and then we had another great representation of what we thought was a great representation of an Asian woman in Salt Lake City. That's what I loved about Salt Lake City. It had diverse women in the cast, and I, for one, when Jennie started, I didn't know about her. I thought she was a little boring and dull, and it was only her family that was keeping her afloat. But then as the season came and went, she grew on me a little bit. She became outspoken. She spoke her mind. And there was one scene in the trailer, if y'all remember, the mid-season trailer, where she threw a glass at Mary, but it didn't air in the season. This happened at Whitney's Wild Rose party. And if you remember in the mid-season trailer, Whitney went after Mary and chunked a glass at her, and it didn't air. They didn't air it on the show. I don't know why. Anyway, so a lot going on with Jennie because some things resurfaced that she posted on her Facebook. So let me break it down to you. Jennie Nguyen posted on her Facebook a lot of derogatory, disgusting things that involve the Black Lives Matter movement, George Floyd, and things of that nature. She's obviously, based off of these posts, she's a conservative, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when you have these radical, crazy ideas and conspiracy theories that Jennie was posting and feeding into and talking about, it really makes your stomach turn. Now, had she posted this 10 years ago, maybe we'd give her a little bit of grace. You know, I'm still gonna look at you like, but I may give you a little bit of grace and say you were stupid back then and maybe you've grown and you've educated yourself since. However, the evidence shows, the receipts show that Jennie posted these posts between August 2020 and September of 2020, which, if you remember, there was a lot going on in the world, not just with COVID, but the Black Lives Matter movement was in full force. People were protesting all across the country, and George Floyd had been killed, which sparked even more protesting across the country. And Ahmaud was earlier in the year before that, Ahmaud Arbery, the young man who was running down the road that was shot and killed. So Jennie posted some things between August and September of 2020. Why are those dates prevalent? Because that was not even 2 years ago, a year ago, y'all, because we just got out of September of 2021. So this stuff is still fresh on her mind. She still feels this way. And not only that, they started filming in January of 2022, season 2. They started filming that in January of 2021. I'm sorry, not 2022. They started filming season 2 in January of 2021. 4 months after she posted those posts. 3-4 months after she posted that. So this woman who thinks like this is hanging out with this group of women on a network like Bravo, which is a very, liberal, pro-everything network, pro-gay, pro-black, pro everything. So, well, I like to say pro-black, but sometimes I have to look at Bravo with a side eye, which somehow they treat some of their black cast members. But that's a whole other video we'll get into later, okay? But first and foremost, let's get back to Jennie. Jennie posted, some of the things that she had posted were like, she posted one article that said George Floyd had ingested heroin mints before he died. That's why he really died. One post said, "Hey moron, if you would do what the fucking cop says, you wouldn't get killed." Something along those lines. One said something about, so she's talking about rioters and looters, and just you'll have to go check it out on Twitter. Forgive me, my editing skills are not up to par, or I gotta Google and figure out how I can like put screen grabs on my videos. When I get fancy and technical like that, we'll be good. Also, I am building a set for the show, not to get off topic, but really quick, I'm building a set for you guys, and I'm gonna be more consistent with my videos. You're gonna get videos almost every day, and so forgive my background. I'm just kind of all over the house right now. Anyway, Jennie posted all kind of derogatory things that you can see on Twitter. Go to Twitter and just type her name in, you'll see it there, or the RHOSLC hashtag, it'll pull it up. I mean, it's everywhere all over Instagram and Twitter if you follow any Housewives fan accounts. Jennie apologized when this happened. A day later, she posted an apology, which was complete bullshit. In the apology, she had said that she apologizes for the photos that came up of her Facebook account she thinks she mentioned it was her old Facebook account that has now been deleted, and someone said that it wasn't deleted. It was up as of a couple days ago. She just deleted it when the controversy happened, but she claims that she deleted it a while ago. Jennie's apology was just very apology that you get from anybody who has a scandal. You know, I mean, really, what can you say when something like that happens? What kind of apology can you really give for the public to forgive you? When you kind of go that far to where you offend a whole community who has specifically been ostracized, humiliated, and harmed for forever now, there's really no coming back from that. And a lot of people now, Jennie, are saying this explains your behavior towards Mary this season. And it made me think that too. When I read that comment, I said, wow, I don't want to think that. But I mean, based off of these Facebook posts, it makes me wonder, is that why you were coming at Mary so hard? You know, at first I thought maybe it was because, you know, somebody had put in her ear, look, if you want to be a good housewife, you need to just bring it a little bit. So Jennie found somebody to bring it with, which she chose Mary. But now I'm looking at you, Jennie, like, were you taking out your microaggressive thoughts and harnessing them into anger through Mary? Because that's what it looks like as viewers to us. It's not looking good for you, girl. Now, what I am curious about is how Bravo is going to move forward with this situation, okay? Because when this happened, day before yesterday, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City had already started filming season 3, okay? They filmed the reunion a couple weeks ago, and then, or a week or two ago, and then filming started less than a week after that, and then this happened less than a week after that, I would say. So I predict that Bravo is going to do this in one of two ways, because I feel like they would have fired her. They wouldn't have renewed her contract if this had happened after the reunion and before filming. But since it's happened while filming and they have footage of her, I think they have 3 options, honestly. I feel like they could just scrap whatever footage they have of Jennie and start fresh, since they're already so early into the season, only like a week or two into the season. I think they could just scrap what they have and start fresh and edit her scenes out. Or they could also keep her in the show and keep her in a few episodes, the first few, as a friend of maybe, and discuss the issues that's happening here, and then just, you know, get everybody's opinions, let the girls talk to her about it, and let them say how they don't want to be involved with something like that, or maybe they're going to forgive her, who knows, and then Jennie go her separate way and they fire her. Or it remain a big storyline this season and she stay on the show all season. I think one of those three things could happen. In my opinion, at first I was like, I want this to be a storyline and let it just be a Jennie takedown and let's just screw it up her after the show. But since the posts are so dark and to think that she thinks like that, it's like, I don't even want to watch you on TV, girl. Like, I don't even want to really see you, because now that I know that's how you think, like, you're not going to be hanging out with Mary if she's there, and Jen, who has black children. No, ma'am. You're not going to be hanging around for a paycheck when you know that you're racist, or possibly allegedly racist deep down. So, I don't know what's going to happen with Salt Lake City. Now, if you remember my last video I posted, I said the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is in trouble because Jen Shah and Mary are possibly not going to be on the show in the future. But now it's really in trouble, okay? Like, I'm really scared for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I'm afraid it's going to end up like Dallas, because unless they have some really good casting decisions up their sleeve, I'm really nervous. But I'm not going to underestimate Bravo, because they got it right season 1 with the casting. However, Jen is not going to be around after season 3, probably, if she's convicted. We don't know that, but if she's convicted, she won't be around for season 4. Mary's not going to be around for season 3. It's been confirmed by Andy, I believe, that she's not returning, so she won't be around in the future. Jennie is more than likely not going to be around in the future. I do not see Bravo having her back after season 3, unless she just has some kind of redemption tour that she pulls out of her ass. So, what does that leave us with? Whitney Rose, Heather Gay, Meredith Marks, and Lisa Barlow. Now, great group of women, but we're missing puzzle pieces, okay? Everybody's personality in Salt Lake City is so needed, but especially Jen and especially Mary, okay? That was the Kim and the Nene of the show. Jennie, we could live without, but those other two, it's going to be really hard. And I'm interested to see what happens in the future. Okay, let's move over to the Real Housewives of Miami. Come feel the rush. I'll make you blush. Join me and taste a bit of Miami. I just had to do it because I love that song. I love that song. I love it. Shout out to you, Adriana. Okay, so are y'all watching The Real Housewives of Miami on Peacock? I'm obsessed. Literally, I watch it damn near as soon as it comes out, early in the morning at 4 or 5, whatever time it comes out, because I'm just like always refreshing, because I cannot wait. Because I was one of those fans who was just waiting for this show to come back for years. So now that it's back, I happily indulge in it every Thursday morning or night or whenever I get to watch it. But it's been heating up lately. If you haven't been watching, the ladies are on their first cast trip. This is episode 7. In the past, we talked about Todd and Peter and Alexia and all the drama that was going on with them back in Miami. But now the girls are going to the Hamptons. They're going to Montauk. I think that's how you pronounce it. Larsa has a jewelry line called Larsa Marie, and they are traveling to the Hamptons because she's hosting this trip and having like a jewelry launch party, something like that. So she takes the girls up there. They have a beautiful home in the Hamptons. I'm really enjoying the episode because this episode, we really get that housewives drama, okay? Since the beginning up until now, we've definitely gotten some drama. We've gotten Adriana and Gertie, we got a little bit of Kiki and Marisol in the beginning. We got some Alexia going at it with a few people here, but we never really got deep drama, which is okay because I like the lightheartedness. It brings me back to old school housewives, and I've been enjoying the season 10 out of 10. But when we got to the Hamptons, baby, it got messy, okay? Let me also say, I really like Larsa. I really like the new Larsa. If you remember Larsa from season 1, she seemed really stuck up and sedity and I'm better than you. But now I feel like Larsa has really grown into a different woman and has changed a lot. especially since her kids have grown and she's got this with this whole new body and look that she's got she's become a whole new person. I just like how free spirited is and how she owns her shit. You know, her OnlyFans, her body, she doesn't care what people think. She's unapologetic, and I appreciate that in someone. And not only that, she got in Nicole's ass this episode. Did y'all see that? She pretty much told Nicole, you shut the fuck up and mind your business and stop running your goddamn mouth. Like, I was like, ooh, like, I'm not even kidding, y'all. There were moments this episode where I was like, ooh, okay, Larsa, okay. Like, this episode was my favorite, probably this so far. I mean, there was just so many great moments. Adriana in the tub with her tits out and splashing the girls. Oh my God. Did y'all see Adriana and Julia flirting yet again? Julia rubbing Adriana's back while she's in the shower. Adriana tits out while Julia's sitting there going, I mean, and then the trailer for the preview for next week, one of them's like pulling out, or Julia's getting on her knees and pulling out a jewelry box for Adriana. Like, I'm sorry, but as a gay man watching two gay women, it may be, I know it's a totally different dynamic for gays and lesbians, but like, I would just be pissed if that was my boyfriend on TV doing that. Like, they have to have some kind of open relationship. I don't know. Anyway, goodness, how much time do I have? I don't have much time left. So let's see, what else is going on in Miami? Oh, Nicole. So if you notice, a lot of the girls went after Nicole this episode. Marisol asked the group, who do they trust the least? And when it came back to Marisol, she said she trusted Nicole the least, and she brought up a lot of shit that she had heard that Nicole was saying. And Nicole couldn't really back it up, and at one point she backtracked a little bit, and she said that she said something, but she didn't say it this way, and I'm just looking at her like, I believe Marisol. You know, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, and I just feel like before filming happened, you know, Nicole probably met with a lot of these girls or talked with people around town, and things just got back. I think Nicole wasn't expecting these things to get back to these girls, but it did. And they held her accountable for it. I really think she said it, because the way if you haven't seen the episode yet, watch it and you'll see what I'm saying. Those who did watch it, maybe you agree with me, maybe you not. Let me know what you think in the comments about what Nicole did and said on last night's episode. Okay, now over to Orange County really quick. Have y'all been watching Orange County? I've been watching it, but I'm not a fan of Heather Dubrow, to be honest with you. And it's really hard to watch this season with her being back, because she's so condescending and rude, and the way she talks down to people like they're below her, and that fake champs all the time. I can't do it. It's hard. But I've been watching, and I've been enjoying, because Noella doesn't put up with her shit like the rest of the girls, and I can appreciate that. And when I saw that she named her dog Rihanna, I was like, I love this girl already, because I'm the biggest Rihanna fan there is. So I was like, I love Noella already. Like, we could hang out, we could take our dogs to the Rihanna concert and just be best friends. But the new season's pretty good, but I just don't like Heather being there. And I was curious to what you guys thought of the new season. We haven't really talked much about Orange County here. I mean, it's not a 10. It's not giving what Salt Lake City and Miami is giving, but I would give it a 7.5 right now. Maybe, maybe an 8 when I finish seeing the season. But so far, I'm like, I really would like to see maybe Tamra and Vicky come back. And I hate to say it, and a lot of people may give me hell for this, but I would kind of rather see Kelly Dodd back, because she would give Heather Dubrow hell, okay? I do not agree with things Kelly Dodd says. I don't. But she was good entertainment in her beginning years on Housewives. And them thinking bringing Heather back was going to save it, no. Now, the show is not bad, but Heather saving it, no. Y'all are holding her way too up high on a pedestal, and I can't watch that condescending shit that she did. That's like when she went into in one scene, she walked into the salon or somewhere and said, "Put it on my tab." Heather, you know production pays for everything where y'all pretty much film at. Just like she claimed that they paid for the $30,000 sushi party. Now, you may have paid for some of it, but you know production paid for a lot of it. It's the fake shit for me with Heather. Like, she's just too much. What do you guys think? Anyway, I gotta wrap this video up. I've got a meeting to get to. Let me know in the comments what you think below. How are you feeling about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and everything going on? Do you want Jennie Nguyen to come back? Or do you want to say goodbye to her and her racist ways? Also, are you watching The Real Housewives of Miami, and what did you think about the Hamptons episode? And how do you feel about Heather Dubrow being back on Orange County? Are you guys watching? Let me know in the comments. I want you to sound off, and let's have a conversation and talk about it. I love y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark.